Alright, it's rare I can't find something I dropped, but couldn't find it. Floor's clean though, so I went up and got another new one. So I don't know where it went to. I'll find it down the road, but then I'll throw it away because I don't know what it came from. So there we go. Pop that back in. Alright, back on the road. Where did we leave off? Yeah, missing roller bearing. Ah, missing roller bearing. Perfect. A little more grease in there. Just to make sure it's fully loaded. Sometimes you got to take these out a couple times. So if you put extra grease in there, they'll stay put. If they do come out, they come out as a big group. You put them back in. That's where they actually stay on the gear. You stick them back, slide it back up in there. All right. That is in. The gear. Stuff it in there. Go straight in. If it doesn't go all the way in, a roller probably flipped over on you, and you need to fix that. Don't force it together that way. Okay, where's my tool at? There's my tool. That's the old nut that I still need to work with yet. Sometimes those are hard to start. Take your time to go in. Okay, tighten up pretty good. Should be very, very little in play. There should be a little bit. Should turn freely. This one has a seal in there, so there's some drag, but it turns nice and free in both directions, no problem. Binding. Supposed to. Ooh, there was a chip in that rag. Don't have chips in your rags. All right. That part is good. Now we can do the assembly part. We're going to shaft. We're going to shaft it. Okay, back into the grease. Third gear runs dry. That means you have to have lube on it. It goes right here. I always like putting more grease on the shafts here also. Once again, doesn't hurt to have too much. Within reason, of course. Alright, that one's good to go. Third gear, there's grooves in there again. Fill them full of grease. Takes a while for oil to work its way up into all these components. If you rev the bike up a lot in neutral without moving the bike, these things are running dry while they're spinning. It'll lock them. Then you can take it back apart again. I do that a lot on my race bike. It's about 8,000 RPM for a minute neutral will tear up any tranny. It'll lock up any tranny. So no sustained high RPM in neutral. So you gotta watch your warm-up speed. Okay, so we'll go on later. Where's third? Third goes on now. Now not all of these gears will fit through the case, so you gotta make sure it goes through. I know that one does. Okay, so you put your shaft in here. Closer. Downhill. Blow it up a little bit, might help you a little bit. Okay. So our third gear washer, make sure it's flat, not bent. Looks good. It's on a flat surface, check it. Put that over the shaft. Then we got our snap ring we got to install. Put that over the shaft. Then we have our shift dog. It has to go in there too. Now these are marked high, at least they should be. so you know which way they go in. This one appears to be worn off. Wonderful. It's always nice when the marks are not there. This will go on either way, but see, this way here is the disengaged side. See how it's got a tapered ramp on it? Whoop, down here. This side here is the engaged side, so you have to do it where it engages. I think this is the high right here. Yeah. It's there. Hard to see, but it's there. Yeah, it doesn't say I, it says D. DT. It's the only mark we got though. It is it. See, this is not put in there real heavy where you can see it. Usually they're in dead or stamped and they're pretty heavy. So anyway, this is the leading edge anyway, but we'll put it in this way. It's like piston rings. Markings go up. No markings on this side. I just saw that. There it is over there again. There's our mark. Goes in like this. Now if you want to check it to make sure it's correct, and you think correctly, because a lot of times I check stuff out like that, I always do it wrong. About 80% of the time I overthink it, do it wrong. So remember, this is going this way. The wheel goes this way, the main shaft goes this way. So when they're both going the same way, when you engage the dog, it has to engage. So this is the main shaft is the part that's turning. So it's going clockwise. It has to engage into the gear. So if you have it with a sharp edge in, like I have right now, see, it'll dig in. Engage, full depth. See how the taper's on the back side of the one there? That way it can drop into the dog easier. That groove. So this is the leading side. That's the trailing side. So that's how it engages. You can always double check it that way, but it's best to look for marks. Alright, there you go, it's in there. Now we're going to slide all this stuff over. Put your gear over first. Then your washer goes over. Then you got to get that snap ring to go over. That could be interesting, especially after you overbent it like I did. So you got to find the edge where it's split. Sometimes you take a little small screwdriver to get under it to help move it over that way. So you can get under it with a screwdriver. Pop it in there, rotate it. Keep that edge in there, see? Come over and lift up the next one. Do the next one. Second finger goes down. Keep going in a circle. Once you get about halfway down, you're going to have to let go and hope it doesn't pop back up. Heard it go up over there. Oop, it just popped back down slightly, but still in there. Okay, that side is in. This side can pop back off, see? No, we're not. We're not all the way around yet. Now it's all the way around. So once it's all the way around, it's all the way on, see? You can take your dog, slide it over, and shove it in there. And you pull it back, and make sure you're in the snap ring groove. So I always like taking the screwdriver and trying to rotate it in the groove. See how it slides? If it slides, it's in the groove. Easy. Okay, so now you put your dog back up on here again. Put the gear together. The third gear is engaged. And you shut the whole thing over. It goes all the way over. Now, if you push it in too hard, the shaft will go into the bushing there. So you gotta be careful about doing what I just did. Bounce it back out. Now, if you take the dog and make it so it does not shift in there. See, now it's engaged. Now you can beat on it. Now you can beat on it because now it's further apart than it'll ever be in this real world. So now you can actually hit it. If you do it the other way, the end of the shaft jams in the bushing, it can actually split the bushing open. And it will. It'll also jam up the shaft sometimes too. So you gotta be careful when you do it that way. So both ways just got shown to you. Now the reason why I did that so I can beat on it is I gotta put this bearing in here. And we have a lot of excess grease right here. Wipe it off, put it back in container. It's clean grease, so it doesn't hurt anything. You also got grease inside your keyway group now so that you can hold it in there better. Wipe off the excess a little bit so you don't get so dirty. And you're holding that. So do what I used to do. Now you take your high 1-2 gear, put on the spline in there. Should go right on, but this one doesn't want to. It's going to be a press fit. But we can tap it on because we have the gear engaged. So, alright, let me get another tool. I'll be back.